So, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I have no idea where you guys are in the world. Welcome to our Discover Redox presentation. My name is Julie Watts and I am a triple diamond with this absolutely amazing company. I've been with the company for 6 years next month, and I live on the Sunshine Coast in central Queensland, Australia. Today we don't have Dan Doyle with us. We normally have Dan, and he tells his amazing story about his recovery from some nasty illnesses, but he's not with us today. He's enjoying an amazing holiday with his lovely wife. So we just have Stevie and I today. So Stevie is going to do an amazing presentation on ASEA for you. And Stevie and Sarah are platinum executives with the company. They've been around similar time to me. They homeschool 4 boys, living on the beautiful Gold Coast, not that far from me really. And they really are well-known, wonderful, loved leaders in ASEA, and they really do live by the ethos of ASEA, and they're committed to the ASEA's mission of bettering people's lives and being a force for good in the world. So you can hear a little bit of my story later if Stevie wants, whatever we're going to do, but I'll leave it up to him. So take it away, Stevie.
Thanks very much, Julie. And Glenn just said in the chat box that your story is very powerful as well. And I agree. So if I might motive through mine really, really quickly, maybe if you don't mind at the end, we'd love to hear your story, and I can give you a proper introduction because you deserve it, because you're a tremendous leader, a tremendous lady. And it's, fantastic to be able to not just work with you, but, have you around as a mate. And so I'm very grateful that you're here every week. You're looking after us, but we should be looking after you. So, all right, let's jump into this.
Take it away.
Thank you very much. All right, folks, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your time. It's incredibly invaluable. It's far more valuable than money, because if you pay money to be here, which you haven't, we're going to give you this information for free. But if you had paid money to be here and you didn't like what we had to say, we'd just give you your money back. But your time is non-refundable. And so that's why I say it's more valuable than money. And that's true. So thank you very much for spending it here with us. All right, so as Julie said, my name is Stevie Aquilina, and my family and I, we are from Australia. Originally, we are from Sydney, but now we live on the Gold Coast. And that was a dream come true when we can make that happen. We're minutes from beautiful beaches, mountains, rainforests, coastal cities, theme parks. We love it. And I feel very blessed, and I am very grateful and appreciate my life and income, time and freedom that allows me to enjoy a great lifestyle with my family. It's also taken us to many parts of the world that were once upon a time way too far out of my reach, to be honest, because the good vibes and good times have not always been the case. I was a very difficult, awkward and weird child to raise, parent and to a school, and I never made the grades. I was often, I was an average to below average achiever when I tried. And I was often told I was stupid and useless on a daily basis. And I figured out along the way, when you're told something often enough, especially while you're young and impressionable enough, you kind of start to believe it. And so I later became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout. And with that kind of thinking, I just walked myself way off track on life's journey throughout my teens and 20s. The PG version is I had more than 20 different jobs in less that time. For over a decade, I was a very dumb but very good looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney, King's Cross, for anyone who knows Sydney. And I was a daydreamer, but I wasn't a daydream believer. And what I mean by that is I wanted to have more, but I really wanted to be able to give more. Actually, I really wanted to be, doing something more significant, but I had little self-esteem and so a little self-confidence. I'd done little with my life and felt like I was insignificant, had little to give. Now, physically, I've always been athletic, mainly in martial arts, even to right now. But back then I had health troubles, autoimmune disorder, inflammatory issues, severe skin, respiratory and gut conditions most of my life, and lots of bad injuries. And financially, I got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs with hopes going nowhere, no prospects, no financial security, no financial dignity. And I mean embarrassingly broke. So I've had the phone, electricity and gas cut off. I've not been able to run my car on anything more than just the fumes of petrol, if I could even afford that. I've not been able to make the rent, and I've been evicted. And that's what I mean by embarrassingly broke. I'm embarrassed to tell the story, actually. It's happened to me more than once. No financial dignity. Now, I always believed in possibilities, but I doubted my potential. And so with that kind of contradiction and confusion and uncertainty, I was trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, frustrated, unable to be who I really wanted to be. Now, as for things in my life that have happened that have been very fortunate, first I met the girl of my dreams, and I knew right then and there, more than ever before, that I wanted to become more. And she believed in me, and she told me that I was more. And I guess when you're told something often enough, right? Now, also, I was introduced to this company's life-changing breakthrough, life-changing financial opportunity, life-changing training, culture, and ethos. And the company leaders are extremely successful people. They believed in me too and taught me how to believe and become more. And so today, instead of having health and wealth problems, I've solved them. And I have the honor of helping others to do so too, because of this life-changing breakthrough. Instead of financial insecurity and indignity, I have security and dignity because of this life-changing opportunity. And instead of being trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, uncertain, confused, frustrated, and all of that stuff, I now have the ability to believe and become more and give more because this company's training has shown me a life-changing better way. And so now I really want to spend the rest of my life doing nothing but bettering people's lives in at least any one of these life-changing ways too. So what I'm going to share with you first is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. Medical experts say this is a very big breakthrough, greater than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin. For 2 decades, science had declared that this was impossible. This is a breakthrough with enormous potential, proven by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory medical studies. It's a very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time. And any health goals, challenges, concerns, problems you can think of, remarkable results. And drug companies wanted it shut down, but more about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's be clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. And what I mean by that, what we'll be talking about goes well beyond drugs or nutrition, well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you might already know about, because what I'm about to show you is an entirely new frontier in science that is truly groundbreaking, category creating, and a real deal health care breakthrough. The Redox cell signaling technology, this drink that you see here, contains nothing but active redox signaling molecules, which, aside from being a mouthful, what are those? Well, redox signaling molecules is a scientific medical term, and these molecules are made by your cells. So they are made within your body. They are native to your body, and they are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell communication and therefore your cell-to-cell operation. And I mean every single system, function, and operation of your cell, of your body, all the way down to your genetic expression in a positive way. So redox signaling molecules and redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself. These molecules are telling your cells how to protect healthy cells, how to repair unhealthy cells, and how to replace damaged cells. Now, your redox signaling molecules are also activating your body's immune system so that you can be protected against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Your redox signaling molecules is what keeps your cells functioning and healing at optimal levels. Now, why is this so important? Because we're all made of cells. Inside and out, head to toe, every single part of us is a cell. And so therefore we live and die at the cellular level. Redox signaling molecules keeps healthy cells, which makes a healthy body, which makes for a healthy life. Redox signaling molecules are the keys to life. Literally, they are essential for the activation and function of our normal physiology. All of our body's major systems, biochemical, physiological, all processes in our body critically depend on redox signaling. Critically, because if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more mere seconds. Without your redox signaling molecules, life ends. So if our bodies already make redox signaling molecules, then why do we need to give our bodies more? Well, when we're born, we do make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy, how they can run around all day and not wake up sore the next day, and how they can bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness. However, as we age, along with stress, poor diet, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental assaults, our cells break down and our body's ability to make redox molecules declines daily. Without as many of these redox signaling molecules giving clear cell signals and instructions, our whole cellular protection and healing processes and functions become slow, and our cells break down more and more, and so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. Now, ASEA takes science seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, allowing these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling supplements, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the ASEA redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in everybody. And ASEA is within a very real and significant space of science. Redox science is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the very first discovery of redox signaling molecules, there have now since been multiple Nobel Prizes awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see well over 33,000 results. There are more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling molecules. And this slide will already be well out of date, with around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. And so according to medical researchers, as well as reported in the Huffington Post, who specifically wrote about ASEA in this article, they said that redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. And there are now multiple universities who receive tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences and congresses being held about redox, and medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And as for ASEA, it's light years ahead. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits, which, as we've discussed, translates to health at its most foundational level. And here's just one other example of that. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. These genes are key in the health of every individual and play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways. And moreover, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and also shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. The head professor of this university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. And that's significant because all degenerative health concerns are caused by oxidative stress, and 95% of all adult conditions are degenerative. And from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is proven to be 100% safe, 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. They're already in you. Your body already makes them. Just now, your body can't make as much of them as it used to when it was younger and healthier. And so if you have health challenges, or if you have people that you care about who do, if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel young once again, if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, if you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism, better in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, any health goal you can think of, redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. But you don't need to take my word for it. On the note of medical doctors, here are some right now. Let's listen to what they have to say.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
Now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's show you what's possible from the outside in. That's made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology. They are Renew 28, our Redox gel, and our intensive redox serum. That's the two products on the right. Now, these redox technologies are supported and enhanced by the complementary and all natural ingredients products, our gentle refining cleanser and ultra replenishing moisturizer. That's the two products on the left. But a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So let's just show you what our ASEA redox technologies are worth with these amazing health, anti-aging and age reversing results. Lines and wrinkles are smoothed out. Elasticity comes back to the skin. Skin blemishes, spots, dots, and marks, irritations, inflammations, aggravations, and other signs of poor health to the skin being renewed. And not just for older people, but for young people too, being rejuvenated, improving the quality of life. Even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions, coming back to the proper surface of the skin. Now, this is Rosie, and the dramatic difference you're seeing in the first two pictures on the left could not be seen by Rosie because she did not take those pictures. Rosie actually also believed that the products were not working. Rosie went to see her doctor. That's who told her about ASEA and who took these pictures. And when Rosie told that doctor that the products didn't work, the doctor showed these pictures to Rosie, and I guess the rest of the story can be seen here, really, right? But everyone says they want to see how ASEA goes. Good. But Rosie missed the moment-by-moment changes by not taking pictures. And you may miss it too, so please take pictures. That's how you see how ASEA goes. And for anything you can't take a picture of, just keep a written record instead. We can help you with that. Now, some people notice results in a reasonable amount of time, 7 weeks, others in 7 days, and most people can have an experience in around about 7 minutes. However, some people need to apply more product, more time, more patience, generally when there's more going on with their health. And what we know scientifically is that redox signaling molecules are all the same. They're the same in you as they are in me, as they are in animals, as they are in plants, as they are in the bottles of ASEA Redox products. And studies show that ASEA Redox products have an immediate positive effect. Immediate, they work in every single person, every single time. It would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you and or hurt you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. Speaking of noticing the change, this doctor decided he would do a little experiment of his own on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. You seeing the difference there now? Now, Renew 28 is not just for the face, as you can see here, arms, hands, bellies, more bellies on this slide, and bums, bottoms, buttocks, thighs, all over. Now, these pictures are actually from a study by a world-leading laboratory, and this study was done because there were many reports coming in from all over the world from people saying that their cellulite had disappeared while they were using Renew 28. So scientists set upon very strict studies to see if there was any truth to these stories. And what they found was after just 12 weeks, there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And when the scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover how this was happening, they saw that the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. And so Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, not just for visibly younger looking skin, but actual healthier skin. Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as shaving or sun exposure. But Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It helps soothe hurt, soreness, and discomfort around the body, and you can know about it in about 10 minutes. If you have some discomfort around your body, rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most discomfort, and then apply Renew 28 on that point of discomfort 3 times within 5 minutes. And usually 9 to 10 out of every 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of that discomfort within approximately 10 minutes. Now, nothing I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through, and ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Now, with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity, and ASEA is a life-changing breakthrough, excuse me, and that's created a life-changing financial opportunity behind all of this, to make a living while bettering people's lives. And ASEA is the world's first and only redox signaling supplements, because for 2 simple reasons. One, for nearly 3 decades now, no one other than just one man, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, who's a medical atomic physicist, no one but this man has been able to figure out how to create and how to stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. In fact, for the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. So that's one reason why no one else has what we have. And the second reason is ASEA is heavily patented. So that means ASEA is not allowed to be copied. But not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, it can't be copied. Because there's no way for you to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how you can reverse engineer it. Because there are no secrets in the bottle, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA. So it can't be copied. That means we have no copycats. That means we have no competition. That means no one in the world has what ASEA has. No one. That means no other products in the world can do what ASEA does. None of them. Nothing else in the world can get to the depth and level of achievement in the human body as what ASEA can. Because ASEA is redox signaling molecules. And redox signaling molecules work in everybody. And everybody needs redox signaling molecules, because nothing in the body works as well, or at all, in fact, without redox signaling molecules. And redox signaling molecules can't hurt anybody because they're native to the body. And no other products can make that claim. No juice, pills, super shake, fancy water, seabird oil, or whatever it might be. Nothing else in the world holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors like ASEA does. Whether it's healthcare and wellness, whether it's sports science, athletic performance, whether it's beauty, skincare, aging, longevity, these are multi-trillion-dollar industries. They all need redox signaling molecules. Their bodies literally scientifically require them. And ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a redox signaling supplement from. And so that makes this really an entrepreneur's dream. But it gets even better because our mission really is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. And that's exactly what our breakthrough redox products do. They better people's lives. And we can't do that on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word about this tremendous breakthrough. And ASEA gives you an opportunity here. They pay you money just by promoting and sharing redox with others. So for people looking for extra income, part-time income, full-time income, big-time income, legacy leaving income for loved ones. For people who have dreams of a better life, income, lifestyle, there are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions. To be able to afford making your goals, dreams, and desires a reality, ASEA helps you by helping you to create income that is both residual and leveraged. So you receive a residual income, not just from the first, but from all of the repeated and ongoing purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA. And because you can refer as many people as you will like, and because those people can buy as much product as they like, and because people can do that again and again and again and again as many times as they like, and because you get paid for all of that, the residual income potential that you receive is unlimited. And on top, because you receive unlimited leveraged residual income from all of the repeated purchases made by every single person your contacts and others also refer, with no end, with no limits, no matter how far and wide and deep these referrals go, you get paid for all of it. And so the residual income potential and leverage residual income potential is all unlimited to you. And we do this all the time. Think about it. Just like when you recommend a good movie, TV series, restaurant, cafe, book, food, homewares, beauty products, health products, or whatever it might be, that's all we're doing here. People tell people, who then tell even more people. And it goes on and is how you've been led to hear right now with us. Word of mouth marketing is the oldest, but most importantly today, still the #1 most powerful, trusted, listened to, and effective form of marketing in the world. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is today. Word spreads worldwide, and ASEA is currently in 35 countries and opening new markets every year. And based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million in the next 5 years. If you understood residual income, you would walk through a brick wall to get it. If you understood it like I did from where I came from, you'd probably be willing to crawl through broken glass first and then get up and walk through a brick wall if you had to, and whatever else you had to do to get it. Because residual income is impressive, the kind of money that comes in again and again and again, whether you work or not, the kind of money that comes in again and again and again, whether you're on holidays or not, the kind of income that comes in again and again, even while you sleep. It's very impressive. But you know what, more than that, it's important because you have residual bills. You have residual bills. They come in again and again and again, right? Why not have residual income to match it, to meet it, to beat it? Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? Well, out of every 100 people, only 1 is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. 7 of them must still work to survive at 65. And they're not working because they want to, but because they have to. They're a slave to the dollar. But worse still, 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. So what's going wrong? At least what's one of the main financial principles that the top 4% figure out that the other 81% don't? It's how to make money, residual income that is no longer dependent on your paid by the hour, selling your precious time for money, labor-intensive or own activity job, otherwise known as active income or JOB, just over broke. You know, sooner or later, you won't be able to be as active as you are right now, and therefore you won't be able to have as much active income as you have right now. And this may even be more concerning if you're thinking, well, my active income already isn't enough as it is. This is one of the biggest problems 81% of people get trapped in. Money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll be a slave for money until you die. Now, I'm not saying jobs are bad. They're a good place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, keep it. You're blessed. But still, find a way to make money outside of your job that won't interfere with what you're currently doing, because only relying on a single source of active income is not smart and dangerous to your financial security. And so for people who are smart, who've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, who are able to recognize a good thing, who decide to take control of their finances, their freedom, their future, their security, for people who aren't happy with the amount of money that they have, for people who aren't happy with how they have to make the money that they have, for people who have dreams and want a better life for themselves, for loved ones, for others. ASEA is a significant opportunity to be paid a significant residual income from the inevitable growth of its global expansion and make a significant difference in people's lives. And then afford you, as a byproduct of that, to have your dreams and goals and desires become a reality and give you that real freedom. Now, there's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's what you get to do with ASEA. Who we become and what we do, that is the biggest reward, over and above any riches it will make us. Now, you can make really great money here, that's for sure. And you can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have a really great time, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences, and a great lifestyle. But really, at the end of the day, it is the effect we have on others. That is one of the most valuable currencies there is. And that is the heart of ASEA. And the truth is, after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research and clinical studies proving ASEA, those big drug companies offered to pay ASEA huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to the ASEA Redox technology. However, those drug companies wanted ASEA to shut down and they wanted everyone taken off Redox. But thankfully, our founders of ASEA, Vertus Norton and his son Tyler Norton, they had the great foresight to see very grave concerns and consequences in such a deal. Because Vertus and Tyler saw people who went from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless to then experiencing life-changing power from Redox. And when Vertus and Tyler saw this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose and responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so they couldn't, in good conscience, sell out. And so that's why they didn't. They said no to the payout and yes to the people. You see, for Vertus and Tyler, what had once started out as just a very big business play had now become much more. The ASEA founders turned down the huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route, deciding to go the health route, rather than deciding to go the drug route, in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available to you, me, and everyone immediately without a prescription. And one of ASEA's foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is perpetually demonstrated in every decision they make. And that is to always put people and principles over and above and before ego and economics. Now, the ASEA founders and corporate team come from very big backgrounds, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. You don't get any bigger than that. And they are exceptionally experienced in running very big, profitable, global businesses. But their corporate soul revolves around putting people first. People before profits, having an impact, making a difference, helping others to believe, belong, and become more, and to be a force for good in the world. So you're in very good hands. And get back with the person who shared this with you and let them know what stood out to you the most. If you have any questions, ask them. They can point you to where you can find the answers easily. There's plenty of university studies, but most importantly, there's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing Redox experiences for you to see. ASEA is the real deal. So if you want to be happier, healthier, live younger, longer, stronger, just become an ASEA customer. But if you have dreams and desires, if you want more, if you want to be, do, have, and able to give more, if you want to help people be happier and healthier, if you want a better life, income, lifestyle for you, for loved ones, for others, if you want to increase the prosperity of the planet, and if you want to make a difference in the world, become part of this Redox reality. And you can, and you will, become more. If you'll just invite more people to come here, as someone has invited you to come today, if you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, you can and you will better the lives of many, many others. And your life will become better in many, many ways. And so thank you very much for spending this time with me. May you always be happy. May you always be well. Hey, Julie Watts, do you mind if I introduce you? Would you mind saying just a few words?
No.
You don't mind?
I can do that for you, yeah. Good.
So this is the amazing Julie Watts, and she is a triple diamond with ASEA. And if that means nothing to you, it just means that she has helped many thousands of people. And I know that she does this not just for her team, but she does this for anybody. And I know that she doesn't do this just within her own backyard, her own country. She's doing that globally. She's a tremendously recognized and rewarded and awarded leader, but simply because she does a tremendous job at making a truly significant difference in people's lives, and not just bettering, changing people's lives, but giving their lives back. And she comes with a wealth of experience, owning her own business in the beauty industry for 20 years and training up many apprentices to then go off and run their own businesses and to be successful too. And then she transitioned into the real estate business. And she soon became a sales manager and the #1 person in sales, not just in Queensland, but across Australia for her company, and not just once, but many times too. And so as an entrepreneur and a businesswoman and now a tremendous ASEA leader, we're very fortunate to have her here. And she also has a very significant ASEA story as well too. So I'm always grateful that you're here, Mrs. Watts, and thanks for sharing a few words.
Thanks, Stevie. Thank you very much for that great presentation too. I'm sure that Richard got quite a bit out of that. So hopefully that's really helped you, Richard, because ASEA truly is an amazing product. Amazing for me in several ways. One is health challenges that I had. I'll just quickly share my screen to show you just a couple of where did I put it? Hang on a minute. Let me find it first. Okay. Doesn't seem to be where it is supposed to be. I'll share my screen. Need to get rid of some other stuff. Hang on one sec. Okay. Right, now I should be able to find it. There we go. So this is my very quick ASEA health journey. So I was introduced to ASEA after having a lot of skin issues. So firstly, I had some major health challenges. This is a picture of me, and it was a very long time ago, and it has nothing to do with ASEA, but what the treatment for this disease does, because the treatment really, compromised my immune system, and some issues that I'd had with abnormal cells prior to this, which were pretty bad before that treatment, got a lot worse after this treatment because my immune system wasn't working properly. And, these are some photos of treatments that I had after that. And you can see that these are operations I had actually had before that. And then while this was healing up, they actually took more out of my forehead. And at that point, the doctor actually broke the sutures 3 times trying to stitch that up, because they just didn't have, and you can see my forehead, they didn't have any flesh to play with anymore. So they couldn't do that. So they started on with these treatments, of which I had many times. And you can actually see, if you have a look, you can see the scars where it's not reacting, and that's because the abnormal cells were gone from there, but they were still surrounding those areas. So yeah, they just kept coming. And this was the last treatment that I had. So both of these pictures are treatments for abnormal cells. And what happens is you basically put that cream on, and at that time it was put all over my face, and the second time all over my chest as well, and it only reacts where there are abnormal cells. So you can see again the old scarring from other things, but they really did just keep coming. So somebody reached out to me when they saw this picture on Facebook. I'll be forever grateful for all of the things that I've gone through over my life as far as health challenges go, and there's been a huge amount, but they've all led me to ASEA. They've literally, this photo led me to ASEA after all of that, and that's something that I will certainly be forever grateful for. Not only did it change my skin, it has totally changed my inflammatory responses. Like, I had other issues with my joints and things. I had other hormonal issues, and within 9 months of taking ASEA, that didn't happen overnight, but after 9 months, I was off all my medication, including sleep medication as well, as thyroid medication and other medication for aches and pains. So literally, it truly has changed my life. And then on the other side of things, when I started to share ASEA with people, because they started asking me about it, actually, I used the products for a whole year before I shared it with anybody. So I didn't start to build an ASEA business for a whole year. And once I started to, and people started to get results, I kind of just fell into it and kept going. And I'm so grateful for that too, because at that time we started to get into trouble financially because something happened in our hometown, which really kind of just destroyed all of the work that my husband and I had done over the last 40 years of getting ready for him to retire. And it really was devastating what happened to us, and our ASEA income has totally got us out of that situation as well. So not only grateful for the product, but also extremely grateful for the business opportunity that it offered as well, because both of those things have totally turned my life around for sure. So thank you, Stevie.
No, thank you too, you know, for your tremendous story and your tremendous background as well. And I would just say, like, you know, Julie Watts has an impressive ASEA experience, both with her health and her wealth. And yeah, sure, she came from an impressive background with, you know, being a successful entrepreneur and in the successful in the real estate business as well. But, you know, doesn't mean that she didn't hit hard times as she just described. But, you know, what's great about that is that, you know, my story wasn't a background like that. And so what I think is great about this industry, it doesn't matter whether you just got out of Yale or you just got out of jail. Because of this business model, and because we get to work together, and together we are stronger, and because we get to work with tremendous, you know, business and entrepreneurial experienced people like Julie and like the hundreds of other leaders that we work with every single day personally, you really can become more, and you can live more, and you can give more, and you can earn more. So thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. So thank you guys for joining us today. Do you have any questions, especially Richard? I know Glenn's